What are iced out watches? When people say iced out, they're talking about watches that are covered in diamonds. Whether that's factory set from the brand or more often than not, aftermarket, customized with stones. That look, it's big and it's bold, and depending on who you ask, it's either the height of luxury or the death of horology as we know it. So, on today's video, I wanted to discuss my thoughts on the idea of iced out watches and where do they fit in that collector profile, and are they quote unquote investment pieces? And yeah, so again, I appreciate you guys giving it a listen. First and foremost, I think it's important to have the money talk. Let's talk some numbers. A factory set iced out Rolex can go for 6 figures. That's because Rolex, Patek, and Audemars Piguet only really sets their diamonds to the highest standards. But most of what you see on Instagram, honestly, that's aftermarket. And once you ice out a watch that wasn't born that way, in my opinion, that resale value tanks. I think aftermarket ice really does lead to drastic depreciation. In the collector world, diamonds don't really increase in value the way that they should. Putting $4,000 of diamonds on a $6,000 Datejust doesn't necessarily make you own a $10,000 Datejust. But with good luck, you might be able to sell it for half that value. Collectors, personally, and the people that we work with, they want originality. Flexers, I think they want attention. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just important to know what kind of collector you want to be. You'll see iced out watches on celebrities, especially in hip hop culture. And make no mistake, there's nothing wrong with that, as I said, but I think it's important to call it as it is. It's a style statement. It's not a store of value. Quite frankly, if you were to ask me, all these YouTube and Instagram watch celebrities are lying to you. Many pieces that you'll buy on the secondary market are not investment pieces. So to buy something with the idea that it's going to go up in value, especially when it is something that has been iced out and wasn't initially iced out, meaning it didn't have a factory set of diamonds, can really just tank the value of that item, in my opinion. Here is, of course, that exception to that rule, and that is, of course, if it's a factory set, iced out watch. Factory set from Rolex, Patek, or AP, that's a different story. Some of these pieces are rare, they're in low production, like the Tiger Eye, or they have the Saru Diamond Rolex. Those pieces actually do appreciate in value over time. And especially if they're unworn and kept up very well, I think that in those cases, in those very rare cases, diamonds are the collector's friend. Unless you've got 6 figures to drop on a piece, or you have the connections to get one of these really rare boutique edition pieces, I don't think it's something that you should regularly wear on your wrist. I think that, again, they're important statement pieces, but not necessarily something that should be considered everyday wear. So, should you get an iced out watch? If you love it, then wear it. At the end of the day, watch collecting is about your personal taste and your style, and I'm not here to tell anybody to not wear or to wear something. What I would say is that for me, it's just not something that I can wear every day. Again, I'm wearing this beautiful iced out Breitling It's a 48 millimeter Super Avenger, and I think it does its job of making a statement. And it's something that makes me feel like I'm wearing a watch. If you're the kind of person who wants to feel like you have something on your wrist, then go for it. But don't buy it thinking that you're making a smart investment. Again, unless it's factory, buying an iced out Rolex with aftermarket diamonds doesn't necessarily make your 36 millimeter vintage piece that was initially worth $4,000 worth $10,000. If you're buying from a major brand, also make sure you have that paperwork to match, because there's so much going on with diamonds. Again, I'm not primarily a diamond guy, but you have to make sure that purity is correct. You have to make sure that, when you're buying an iced out piece, the quality of the diamonds is incredibly important. And I would say that would be the final verdict, is that iced out watches, they're about lifestyle and not legacy. If you want to invest, I would buy something clean, original, and rare. If you're here to shine, then ice it out. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the watch in your wrist, and wear it confidently, because it's going to get a lot of eyes. Again, it's important to note that this video really just states my opinion and my thoughts on the iced out market and kind of where I see it going. We don't work every day with iced out pieces. So I would recommend you, of course, do your research before buying an iced out watch, even more so than if you were to buy something without these diamonds, whether they be aftermarket or all original. And again, if you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to us, and I really appreciate sharing these takes with you, and it's something that really just makes my day. So again, thanks for giving us a watch, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye now.